Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant, and in today's video, pag-usapan natin is paano ba yung bookkeeping ng isang real estate broker or ng mga agents. So, applicable na ito sa mga real estate into real estate, and at the same time, actually, you can also apply this sa mga insurance agents because all of them are the same. They are earning from commission. Ayan. So, paano ba yung entry niyan? So, pakita ko sa inyo, ano ba yung mga documents na nare-receive ng isang broker or ng isang agent. So, this is coming from, it could be from the developer side. So, ito yung makikita nyo ng mga documents. So, first is, ito yung pinaka-front ng document na binibigay or pinapakita ng isang developer is yung check or yung cash voucher. And doon naka-insert yung cheque, yung inaabang-abangan natin na commission, di ba? So, ano ba yung nandun sa check voucher? So, basically, nakalagay dyan yung payee, kayo yung payee, yung broker, and ano yung particulars niya? Like, this is the commission for the month of May, for the month of June, and makikita nyo din dito yung mga journal entries. So, if familiar kayo sa mga journal entries, alam nyo na, uy, ito pala yung kanilang entry sa kanilang books. So, sa opposite ng ating books, yung books ng developer is may mga journal entries lang sila. I mean, may journal entries din sila. And it's like the exact opposite kung ano yung entry sa ating books. So, kagaya natin nito, yung commission expense nila sa side natin, that would be our income. So, revenue sa side natin, and it will be our brokers fees and commissions. So, sa kanilang side naman is may payable sila na withholding tax payable. Ito yung may 2307 and payable nila yon because they will remit it sa BIR. But on our side, that is our asset. So, may 2307 tayo. So, that would be our creditable withholding tax. And at the same time, ito na yung cash in bank sa kanila. On our side, cash din, but debit on our side. Sa kanila, credit sa kanilang side. Ito, credit nila yung cash in bank, BDO, for the amount, that amount. So, yan yung cheque na amount ng cheque nila is itong 69,308.66, di ba? Sana all. Anyway, so yan. Just to give you an idea kung ano ba yung mga nakikita nyo na sa kanilang document. So, yan yung prepare nila as support doon sa kanilang expense, sa kanilang cheque, yung commission expense nila. So, you'll see it here. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo, yan, may mga prepared by, checked by, approved by. So, sa side to ng developer. So, next niyan, yung naka-attach pa dyan is yung tinatawag natin na commission summary. Ito yung commission summary. So, dito nakalagay yung, ano ba yung mga property, for example, broker ka, and doon sa developer na yun, ano yung mga properties na nabenta ninyo, and for that month, ano yung may commission kayo? Because every month kasi, especially yung down payment, di ba yung equity na side, installment yan. So sa developers is, every time na yung installment is nag-clear, ganun, may commission kayo doon. So yung iba naman is one time, big time. So depende sa developer ninyo. So makikita nyo yon details niyan dito sa commission summary. So, example ito for the month of May. Ayan, ito yung summary ni nabenta natin. For example, may buyer tayo si Luffy the Monkey. So, nakalagay dyan yung details na binili niya, yung penthouse, wow. And yung area, 101 square meters. So, nakalagay dito, ano ba yung, actually with the commission summary, you can prepare na sa inyong mga entries because nakalagay na dito yung inyong gross commission, yung withholding tax or yung creditable withholding tax, and yung net commission. So, with the commission summary, pwedeng-pwede na kayong gumawa ng inyong journal entries. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo. So, basically, summary lang ito. So, yung importante nito is yung sa pinakababa. Ayan, yung pinakababa na sum or summation na ito. So, makita nyo dito is itong line na ito, this is the gross commission. Itong 77,009.62. So, that is your gross sales, kumbaga. That is your gross fees and commissions. So, sa other side, next item natin is itong 7,700.96. So, that is your creditable withholding tax. So, that would, kailangan may support yan na 2307. Yung nakaganda naman sa mga developer is always naman yan may attachment na 2307. So, depende din sa inyong developer. Yung iba is kailangan nyo pang kulitin, but others, yan, yung magandang developer is lahat doon prepared na. So, yung standard niyan na withholding tax is 10%. So if ever you would opt for a lower withholding tax, kailangan nyo yung affidavit of yung gross income nyo hindi aabot ng 3 million. I think 3 million. But yun, kailangan nyo isubmit yun sa January yung deadline niya or at the beginning of the year. If not, yun yung ano is standard 10% yung i-deduct. But yung again, if may withholding tax, magagamit nyo naman yan as inyong tax credits. If ever may mga tax due kayo, pwede nyo gamitin yan as deductions doon sa inyong tax due. So, yung next item natin is itong 69,308.66. So, ito na yung ating net cash. So, ito na yung cheque na matatanggap natin. So, yan yung commission summary. So, maganda yung commission summary because kita nyo na magkano ang inyong gross income ninyo, yung gross fees ninyo, yung withholding tax, magkano, yung net nyo, magkano, makikita nyo sa commission summary. So, yung last document natin is the 2307. Ayan. So, again, yung na-mention natin kanina, pag winidholdan kayo ng any income payer ninyo, developer, or ano pa, if nag-withhold sila ng withholding tax, kailangan magbigay sila sa inyo ng 2307 so that you can claim that as a deduction or tax credit ninyo if ever may mga tax due kayo. Pag walang 2307, hindi. Sad to say, hindi nyo makiklaim yan. Kailangan i-check nyo pala yung 2307 then if may signature. So, kita ko lang sa inyo. So, sa developer na side or sa income payer, dapat may sign yan, may signature din. And of course, kayo, broker or mga agents, sa conform na portion, kailangan sign din ninyo. So, ito yung ating 2307. So, basically, yung nakalagay dito is actually similar lang lahat yung from commission summary, from the end, yung start pa lang, yung mga journal entries, commission summary, hanggang dito sa 2307, more or less similar or same lang yung amount talaga yung nakalagay dito is makita nyo dito yung income payments nila sa inyo is for the third month of the quarter is 77,000. So yung total niyan 77,000 and ito yung important na figure is the tax withheld for the quarter. So ito yung support natin na pwede natin i-claim sa BIR. So the tax withheld for the quarter is the 7,700.96. Kung babalikan ninyo ang inyong commission summary, ayan, same amount lang, 7,700.96. And if sa check voucher, sa end journal entry sa side ng developer is still the same figure, itong 7,700.96. Ayan. So, may idea na tayo, di ba, kung ano yung entries and ano yung gross commission natin. So, mag-journal entry na tayo. Before that pala, mag-invoice tayo and then mag-journal entry tayo. So, either ang gagamitin nyo is the general journal and the cash receipts journal. If wala kayong cash receipts journal, specialized journal tong cash receipts, is pwede naman sa general journal nyo i-record lahat ng inyong transactions. So, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung cash receipts journal and the general journal. So, ayan, before tayo mag-entry is, of course, kailangan natin mag-issue ng invoice. So, dati receipt to, but again, wala nang receipt ngayon, wala nang official receipt, lahat is invoice na yung ginagamit. But the good thing is, if you have the official receipt, you can still, pwede nyong tatakan niya ng invoice and then i-crash out nyo lang yung word na official receipt and then tatakan nyo ng invoice. But, kailangan yung i-declare yan. But, that was, matagal na yung deadline yan if ever hindi kayo, kailangan nyo mag-submit ng inventory nung unused official receipts ninyo na gagamitin nyo as invoice. But if ever hindi pa kayo nakapag-submit nun, so kailangan nyo i-submit sa BIR na yung summary, inventory ng inyong official receipts na gagamitin nyo as invoice. So, balik na tayo. So, yung pag-issue ng invoice is napakadali lang. Most developers kasi, if magko-collect kayo ng inyong cheque is nakalagay na doon, nakapaskil na doon sa kanilang cashier kung ano yung customer name na ilalagay ninyo, yung business style, and in most cases, same lang yung customer and the business style. And the TIN number, yung TIN number nung developer, dyan nyo din ilalagay. Yung good thing is, yun nga, nakapaskil na yun sa kanilang cashier, dun sa wall nila or dun sa, it's like a cubicle. So makikita niyo yung ano yung ilalagay niyo ng mga name, the TIN, the business style, the business address, ayan. And the date, of course, the date is kung kailan yung kinolect. But in some developers, yung ginagamit nila is yung voucher date nila. Kailangan nila, yun ang ilagay nyo sa inyong invoice. So, ayan, the business address. So, tip lang if ever, ayan, medyo clueless kayo kung ano ba yung ilalagay nyo and if ever medyo masungit yung nasa cashier, di ba? Ano ba yung ilalagay nyo sa inyong invoice? So, ang tip ko dyan is you can check yung 2307. So, balikan natin yung 2307. Ayan. So, if i-check nyo ulit yung inyong 2307, nakalagay dyan yung payer's name or yung developer and the TIN number and the registered address ng inyong developer. So, pwede nyo lang kopyahin yung nasa 2307. So, yun. Balik tayo sa ating invoice. So, pwedeng ito yung ilagay nyo, the payer's name, the developer, the registered address, and the TIN number. Ayan. So, balik na tayo sa ating invoice. So, yung date na nilagay natin is the date today. So, the date na nag-collect tayo. And yung item or description is pwedeng generic lang ilagay ninyo. Brokers, fees, and commissions. Or if agent kayo, agents, fees, and commissions. Or fees and commissions lang yung ilalagay nyo. Pwede lang yon. And yung amount niyan, again, this is the gross commission. So, yan yung ilalagay nyo. So, pwede nyo balikan again yung summary, yung gross commission yung ilalagay nyo dyan. So, the amount is 77,009 o 77,009.62, di ba? Ano ba yan? So, yung total sales natin is, of course, 77,009 and 62 centavos. So, yung withholding tax, again, i-check nyo yung 2307 ninyo, naka-indicate yan. Yung tax withheld portion is 7,700.96. So, yung total amount due, that is the net cash or yung net na yung check amount na makiklaim nyo is 69,308.66. So, of course, kailangan yung i-sign, kailangan nyo mag-sign sa invoice, you indicate your name, if you are the authorized representative or the cashier of the company. But in most cases, yung broker na mismo yung magko-collect ng cheque. So, yung name niya ilalagay niya dyan. And the name din, yung invoice niya is the name of the broker. So, if ever under kayo sa isang realty, similar lang din yung inyong pag-issue ng invoice because they would also ask invoice from you so that may issue nila yung commission. So, yung ilalagay nyo dyan is yung customer nyo, that would be your, your realty, yung ilalagay nyo dyan. Or, in some cases then, yung agents na mismo yung magko-collect doon sa developer, may mga case din na gano'n na direct na yung agent sa developer na magko-collect. So, hinati na ng developer mismo yung portion ng yung part ng agent's commission. So, magko-collect siya dun sa developer. So, yung issue niya ng invoice is the developer. So, ganon. So, yung entry na tayo. So, ano ba yung entry niyan? So, general journal muna tayo so that mas ma-picture out nyo kung ano yung ide-debit, ano yung mga account titles na ide-debit natin and i-credit. So, ito yung general journal. Again, debit and credit lang yan. Walang negative symbol, walang negative sign. So, yung date natin is, ito, July 3, 2025. So, at the time na nag-collect kayo or nag-issue ng invoice, yan yung ilalagay nyo dyan. So, yung debit natin, the cash, again, this is the net amount na. So, net commission yung ilalagay nyo dyan. Because ito lang yung cash na natanggap nyo, yung cheque na in-issue sa inyo is 69,308.66. And the creditable withholding tax, again, yung 2307, i-check ninyo. For the amount, yung amount nun is 7,700.96. And of course, yung credit natin is same lang to. Actually, if pansin nyo, same lang yung mga entries talaga. Yung some account titles lang is medyo different siya. Like in this case, instead of sales yung ilagay nyo, you can put it there, brokers, fees, and commissions. So that mas specific siya sa mga books ng isang real estate broker or ng mga agents. So again, yung credit natin is the brokers, fees, and commissions. Again, this is the gross amount. Wala pang bawas yung withholding tax. So yung gross ninyo na fees and commissions is 77,009 and 62 centavos. Ayan. So, next tayo is the cash receipts. Cash receipts book naman. Actually, same lang din yung entries na ilalagay ninyo doon. But yung, again, yung na-mention natin in our previous videos is mas preferred ko yung cash receipts because yung mga account title is naka-column na and mas madali nyong i-add or i-summarize yung mga transaction ninyo. So, ito, example ng cash receipts journal. Ayan, yung date na column. Ang lalagay nyo is, of course, July 3, 2025. The invoice is yung invoice na in-issue ninyo. Invoice number is invoice number 88. Ayan. And the customer ninyo is, of course, the developer, the DBZ, Property Development Corporation. And yung description niyan, lagay nyo, brief description lang, fees and commissions for the month of June, for the month of May. So, yan yung ilalagay nyo. And then, dito na tayo sa mga columns. So, mas madali to because naka-column na. Yung cash, ide-debit natin. Yung, again, this is the net commission, 69,308.66. And then, debit tayo ng creditable withholding tax. Yung 2307 na portion, that is 7,700.96. And then, magkikredit tayo ng brokers, fees, and commissions. Yung gross amount is the 77,009 and 62 centavos. Diba? 77,009 and 62 centavos. Ayan. So, yun lang yung video natin for today. Hopefully, may natutunan kayo. If ever this video is nakatulong sa inyo, I highly suggest. I highly na recommend or ano ba tawag dyan. I appreciate if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pinoy Accountant. And of course, yung website natin is available na, up and running, www.pinoyaccountant.com. You can visit it and you can register for free lang using your email. And may donate doon na tab if you would want to help our mission natin is to spread itong knowledge, especially dun sa mga businesses and mga professionals that are having a hard time na yung pag-comply sa BIR, mga tax compliance, and sa kanilang bookkeeping. So again, my name is Peter, your Pinoy Accountant. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.